Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Dragoon. And last time we explored a lot of the Phantom Ship, and this time we get to have fun with the treasure chest. Now, I got lucky on my last run in. I haven't done any since last time. I figured I might as well show what I can of this on screen, though I will be cutting out a lot. And my numbers this time around were 2, 2, 2, and 8. So I already went and checked this so I don't have to waste too much time, and this is of course the correct answer. Here we get a panic guard. We got a stun guard last time. There are 3 more items to get, and yeah, so basically I'll just meet you back in this room once I have the other password and show you the right answer, because showing you the wrong one just wastes time. Anyway, I'll see you momentarily. Alright, we're back. Now, for this one, the numbers I got were 0, 5, 6, and 6. So, I checked already. My correct one should be 0, 5, and 6. There we go. We get a magic ego ball, which I think we already had before, but oh well. Anyway, I will be back momentarily with the next one. Okay, we're back once more with more numbers. And this one, if I recall correctly, is 4, 6, and 4. The numbers I got were 2, 4, 4, 6. And here we get a talisman. Now, there's only one more item to get, and this one is a real pain in the ass. So I'll be right back, and I'll also show off why this can be so annoying, since I'm not making it look too difficult. Okay, we're back. Now this time I haven't figured out what my winning numbers are going to be ahead of time. The numbers I got were 0, 6, 5, and 8. So let's just give it a guess here. It doesn't open. Well, crap. At least I got one right. Let's see if we can try some more options here. Let's go 5 and 8. Huh? Yeah, so if you fail to open it, you fight 3 skeletons. And that's why this room is so annoying, because once you get to the final item, you only have like 2 attempts at this. 2 attempts with 4 numbers and however many possible combinations. This is really annoying. But the final item, in my opinion, even though I won't be using it, is still worth it. And we'll go over that momentarily when I come back and have the right numbers this time. Okay, we're back once more, and this time we have the final winning numbers here. Now, I said that this one can be really annoying, and it can be. It makes things a lot easier if you have an emulator with save states to avoid having to run back and forth umpteen times, which I've had to do before. But for doing it this final time, we get the Ultimate War God. Now, if you recall from earlier in the game, we could purchase this for 10,000 gold in, oh, where's that place? The Merchant Town, whatever it's called. Anyway, we could buy it for 10,000 gold, and it makes your edition completely successful. What that means is that it'll do your edition for you. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but if not, I'm mentioning it now. Yeah, it can be useful for, particular editions that you're, not very good at. In my opinion, it's a wasted accessory slot on pretty much everyone, except for Hashel and maybe Dart, but you should be good enough at most of Dart's editions because you just have so much opportunity to use them that it really shouldn't be necessary. But, everyone's different, your own choice. I just find putting on accessories that actually give you more of a boost would benefit a lot more. Now, I may end up keeping it around to work on some of Hashel's editions at one point or another, because with Hashel, some of his later editions get interrupted by counters at really awkward points and it gets kind of difficult to complete. So I may keep it around for that. I don't normally, but I figure I might as well try some new stuff with this Let's Play anyway. Speaking of counters, Kongol's additions cannot be countered. Ever! This is one thing that makes Kongol a powerhouse. You don't have to worry about getting his additions interrupted. He's powerful, and he's always going to do a crap ton of damage. Now, right now, we only have one addition that only has one button press on it, so we don't have to worry about being countered anyway. But his next two will obviously have more than that. I'm hoping to get his second one relatively shortly. It's kind of unfortunate that some of the later characters we get, such as Kongol and Meru, and even Hashel to an extent, have their learn their additions at levels that are spaced out quite widely compared to the earlier characters. Like if you take a look at Albert, you know, learned all of his back before he was Albert. Lavitz learned all of these by like level 10. And the final one is only accessible after mastering all the other ones. Another thing to note about this area is since there are so many enemies that are Darkness Elemental, bringing Rose in here is not advised. She doesn't do very well here. She does very reduced damage to pretty much everyone. Shauna, on the other hand, is a great choice to bring in here. Not because of her pure damage, though you could use her as an item thrower and just one-shot most battles, but because of the Bemusing Arrow, the weapon I got for her earlier on in the game as a rare drop, it seems to confuse enemies around here with a very high probability. So that could be beneficial as well. And it seems to work quite often, so yeah, it basically makes it so an enemy isn't going to bother you for a little while. Now that chest closed again, which means that you can actually open it again. I think you only get one shot at trying to do it again, and all you get, someone else did the research on this, not me, is 100 gold. 100 gold. How is that worth it? Anyway, let's see. I don't think I have one of those. Here you actually get an option. For the next boss fight, you're going to want basically to do one of two things. Either you're going to want to use Shauna with her Dragoon form, or you can use attack items to finish it. Now, I'm going to use attack items since I already have them, and I figure I might as well use them. But I might use her Dragoon as well. Who knows? But yeah, I think out of the way! I know I think I bought a Translate before, but oh well. Now, I believe I've done everything else we need to do on the ship, so the only thing left is to open the door and head in here. Now, the upcoming boss is actually rather unique. Don't usually get bosses like this in a lot of games. We are not the Black Monster. What the hell is wrong with these guys? Haven't we heard that name before, or has it just been on here? We are what? Using human words, huh? Now, if you notice, one of them has the one on the left there has the little red dealie coming out of his helmet, whether that's hair or just an insignia. He's the captain. And it's boss time. Now, I brought Kongol into this fight basically as a tank. He's not going to do all that much. He has the ability to deal some reasonable amount of damage. But the interesting part about this fight is, you know, obviously, would you hurry up and stop attacking me already? Is we have a lot of enemies to deal with. Now, these Ghost Knights have, I think, like 300 HP a pop, not a big challenge. However, the Commander has 1300. And being that they're undead, if you don't kill them all within like a turn and a half, yeah, they'll start reviving. That does not end up getting to be a lot of fun. So what I'm going to do is you want to kind of target the guy in the back. There we go. and we can do a lot of damage with them. They do not have very good magic defense, any of them. So, yeah, basically there are two ways of doing this. Either you turn into Dragoon via special with Shauna, and use Star Children, which will do about 400 some odd damage to all of them, and that'll one-shot all the knights, but then of course we have the other guy to deal with. In this case, I'm going to use Dancing Ray, which will basically do the same thing. Star Children seems to do about the same amount of damage in special form when her damage is boosted as a Dancing Ray would on the same enemies. Will do, I'm forgetting what I'm talking about here. We'll do at about 200%, that's what I want to say. Yeah, see, if I lowered it to about 200%, it would have been a little less damage. Now, he tends to counter with this attack, which I hate. This is one reason why you may want to use your Dragoon form, is because that, sometimes it seems to do damage, and other times it's instant death. So, yeah. He has two separate attacks like that, I guess. Now, I'm just going to use Dancing Ray to finish him off here. Should do more than enough damage to end this fight. This fight can be both really difficult if you don't know what you're doing, and you don't know how to eliminate them all really quickly, or it can be really easy. There you go. And by turns, I meant one of their turns. You know, they'll revive after one of their turns, not one of our turns. The other reason I brought Kongal to this fight, other than being a tank, is because I needed to get him some levels so that he can learn his next edition. Speaking of new editions, Madness Hero. Actually, speaking of uninterruptible editions, that is one of Dart's uninterruptible editions. I believe that and his final one of the two, the only two that he gets. What are you doing, Shauna? Huh? You are... what? Hey, you stay away from Shauna. Princess? What? There seems to be a lot that we don't know about you, Shauna. What the hell is going on here? And the door opens. Well, that's nice. Anyway, if you still want to battle around, I think the enemies... No, I don't think they've disappeared yet. No, they haven't disappeared yet. But yeah, you can go do some more grinding if you feel the need to. For whatever reason, I always tend to do lots of excess battling around here. Maybe that has something to do with, you know, the fact that I always end up doing that chest. That takes forever, but that's pretty much all we have to do here. Now, give me the chest. Dancing Dagger. This is a relatively nice weapon. Yeah, a little bit of an upgrade for Rose, and we haven't really had one for quite a while. And she doesn't tend to fear enemies very much with the Demon Stiletto. I think we got that way back in Shirley's Shrine in the middle of Disc 1. Wow, that's a long way away. But yeah, so anyway, that is what it is. You definitely want to equip her with that. And in order to progress, we need to talk to the crib. It's kind of weird. Who are you? Kind of looks like a nanny. There you go, ghost nanny, of course. A princess of that place. Why do people keep looking at Shauna like that? 18 years, huh? Yeah, what is going on here? Huh? Load-bearing cutscene. Pretty much, yeah. At this point, we have no choice. We have to escape. And luckily enough, they fixed their ship at the exact same time. Huh? The ghosts are all disappearing. I guess we kind of ended all their unfinished business slash suffering or whatever. And the whole ship's coming apart because I guess there's no ghostly magic to hold it together anymore. Run, Gongle, run! Did you just disappear into Shauna? That looked creepy. Alright. Albert, why did you wait? Why are you guys not moving? Move faster. Huh? Same as back then. What are you talking about, Rose? What? Rose? Don't drop me, please. Or drop yourself. And we die. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Game over. I was supposed to hit a button in the cutscene. Oh, come on. They don't even give you 2 seconds before they tell you, oh yeah, well, by the way, we're still alive. Apparently Rose is the stronger of the two, as she's awake first. Sieg? Huh. Oh. So, Rose knew the previous owner of the Red Dragoon Stone. Huh. It's kind of hot that she's got Dart's head in her lap like that. What? Wait, what? The insanity. Well, yeah, they were kind of talking about that insanity bit. What? Get ready for awesomeness.
Not bad. I'm taking you with me.
Dare you?
Your death won't be in vain.
eternal curse.
Zeke!
Let go. Save yourself.
That video is so epic, I could spend an entire episode analyzing it. And now you see why Rose seems to know everything. She's been alive for 11,000 years. Yeah. They just kind of like, oh, by the way, no one's listening, so I'm going to relive my whole life story here for you. What? Why did we get this sequence now? I guess it makes sense considering the fact that she was unable to save Zeke in the past. And she saw the same situation with Dart as he was about to fall. But that sequence, there is so much packed into that video that I could go over, but pretty much all of it spoils future events, and so I pretty much can say nothing. But now you see kind of the evolution of the love triangle that was talked about before, and we'll get back to this a little more later because it's not as black and white as you might see, as it might seem. But yeah, this explains a lot about Rose. She was the Dark Dragoon way back when, in the original Dragon campaign. And she's been alive since, through some means that they have not even deemed to explain yet. And it's really, really cool. 11,000 years, and she looks like she's, 28. Of course, if I was stuck in a similar situation where I could live forever, I'd probably go insane of boredom after, 200 years or so. Anyway, we get rescued by Pooch, and did we get a name from you yet? Probably, but I skipped it. And yeah. So that's that sequence. That is an awesome sequence. And this whole idea that we've kind of been, stranded like this, Rose and Dart, really adds to the, the dynamic of, Rose being interested in the previous Red Dragoon stone owner, and now the current one. And it also, brings up different aspects about Dart's relationship with Shauna, how he sees Shauna, how he sees Rose, how I can speak. Ah, his name is Pete. Okay. Ah, well that's nice of you guys. And apparently, because Pooch is capitalized, I think that's the name of the dog. Ugh. And of course, this doesn't hurt the situation I was just mentioning as well. And unlike his situations where they talk about Shauna like that, he doesn't crack a joke. He doesn't adamantly deny it by waving his hands. He just like, oh, really? Cool. Rose is still going to be just as cold as she was before. Rose isn't going to change much. 7 of us. There are 7 of us, aren't there? So, where are the rest of my party members? I kind of would, I love this sequence, this whole, falling off the ship and washing ashore and getting that awesome cutscene. But, oh, apparently Pete's mom is sick. Well, that's unfortunate. But I kind of wish they would have dragged it out a little longer. Shown, kind of the floating in the water thing where Rose is trying to rescue Dart, considering, she was the one that came to. Or maybe they're both struggling to, stay alive, and maybe Dart expends himself trying to keep Rose alive, passes out on the beach, and then Rose wakes up first because she hasn't wasted nearly as much energy. There are so many different aspects of this scene that could have worked out really well if they had extended it a little bit, but they didn't, and the scene is still awesome, so I give it all the props in the world for what it is. And the neighboring town that they haven't been to, looks like the ship may have gone there, with our party members on it. So, why don't they go there to that town? And apparently there's a monster on the way in the undersea cavern. So, if there's a monster, I guess we're going to have to take the monster out. Well, that's all the time I have for this episode of Let's Play Legend of Dragoon. This one's a little longer than most, but next time we will explore this village, which I don't think has a name yet, but we will find one eventually. Anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.